Okay everyone, hope everybody are doing good, and I have come back with MCQ series for class 10 science, especially for the students who are going to write 2021 board examination. These questions are not only for those students, it can be used for everyone, every student who are following NCERT textbooks. Say these are chapter wise MCQs that can be helpful for any board examination, any syllabus. As long as the concepts are syncing with your syllabus, you can take use of these questions. Clear? And here I come up with one more important chapter from bio part, that is how do organisms reproduce. Okay, see for this year, that is for 2021 examination, asexual reproduction is completely deleted. You will have questions only from sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction in plants and sexual reproduction in humans. So these are the two topics which you have to concentrate. Clear? And now I have got the questions only on sexual reproduction part. You can look at the first question. See, it's quite easy. Nothing is there to panic and worry about these concepts. This chapter has become much easier this year because half of the things are deleted, isn't it? So you can look at the first question. Along with the question, I would revise the concept that comes in and around. Okay. First one, the period during adolescence when the reproductive tissues begin to mature is called. So in which age, what is that age you call where the reproductive organs gets mature in both males and females? Definitely that age is called as puberty. Okay, so it is the puberty age where the reproductive organs in both girls and boys will become mature. Okay, so for question number 1, what is the option you will shade for? You will select option B. And you all must know what are the changes that occur during puberty age in case of both males and females, right? So there are so many changes do occur. In case of boys, it is cracking of voice and growth of hair in the private parts, both in case of females also, right? So all that characters also try to revise once. Second question. In human beings, the fertilization occurs in uterus, ovaries, fallopian tubes, vagina. Most important question. Okay. So where does the fertilization takes place? What do you mean by fertilization? It is the fusion of male gamete with female gamete. So can you all name the different parts of female reproductive system? It is ovaries. The major part is ovaries, and after that comes oviduct, right? Oviduct, which we also call it as fallopian tubes. Fallopian tubes. And the next one is uterus, and then cervix. Clear? So what is the duty of ovaries? See, in ovaries there is a formation of the hormones called progesterone and estrogen, right? So two hormones get synthesized in ovaries, that is progesterone and estrogen. And also you will observe a process called ovulation. Ovulation means releasing eggs. Okay, so ovary is the one which produces female germ cell, that is eggs. So eggs are produced in ovaries, and how eggs are produced? It is because of the hormones progesterone and estrogen. So all these things do occur in case of ovaries. So oviduct is a pipe, it's a pipe-like structure connected to ovaries, and these two pipes will combine into a bag-like structure called uterus, isn't it? So oviduct is the place where fertilization occurs. So in this particular oviduct or fallopian tube, I can call what happens, fusion of egg and sperm takes place. And coming to uterus, and zygote is formed in oviduct, and that zygote will move to uterus, and there it gets implanted and placenta formation takes place, and the that zygote grows up into embryo into fetus, right? And this fetus gets nutrition from a special tissue called placenta, right? So those are the things done in uterus. And cervix is the place where the male germ cell enters into female reproductive parts, right? So these are the different parts of female reproductive organ and their duties. So now the question is, in human beings the fertilization occurs in, yes, fallopian tubes. So what is the option here? For second question, option C is answer. Coming to third question. Along the path of vas deferens, the secretion of which gland provide nutrition to sperms? And let me try to revise the male reproductive system here. See, the male reproductive system contains the following parts. One is testis, right? Vas deferens, then associate glands, and then penis. So these are the male reproductive organs parts. And what happens in a testis? So testis, in a testis there is a formation of sperms, okay, and also in a testis sperms are produced due to a hormone called testosterone. Say, try to remember about this hormone also. So production of testosterone, and that is the reason how the sperms are produced in testis. And vas deferens is the one through which sperms would travel, okay, sperm would travel. And associate glands, there are two glands associated here. One is seminal vesicle, the other one is prostate gland. So here, you know what, seminal vesicle and prostate gland would secrete some liquids, okay, and the liquid secreted by seminal vesicle will give nutrition to the sperm, okay, and prostate gland secretes a liquid that helps in the easy transport of sperm. So try to remember, prostate gland help in easy transport of sperm, and seminal vesicle secretes a liquid which gives nutrition to the sperm, okay. So this is the main use of these associate glands. So now you can decide your answer. Along the path of vas deferens, the secretion of which gland produce or provide nutrition to the sperm? It is definitely seminal vesicles. So where is the option? Option B, right? So for the third question, option B is correct answer. Let's go for fourth question now. The embryo in humans gets nutrition from the mother's blood with the help of a special tissue called placenta, right? So for the fourth question, answer is option A. Very, very direct question. And you must know the duties of placenta also. Placenta helps in giving nutrition to the baby, right? It helps for the transport of gases. It helps for the the transport of food. The entire nourishment is through placenta. Fifth question. Which among the following diseases is not sexually transmitted? You know what? In our syllabus, we studied 3 sexually transmitted diseases. One is AIDS, okay. The other one is syphilis, and third one is gonorrhea. AIDS is caused by virus, and syphilis and gonorrhea is caused by bacteria. So these are 3 sexually transmitted diseases we have studied. And now they are asking, in the given options, which is not sexually transmitted diseases? Syphilis, yes. Hepatitis, no, it is not a sexually transmitted diseases. Third one, AIDS, gonorrhea, both are sexually transmitted diseases. So which is the option? So for fifth question, option B is correct answer. Hepatitis B is not a sexually transmitted disease. Sixth question, which of the following is not a part of female reproductive system? Ovary, it's a part of female reproductive system. Fallopian tube, yes. Uterus, yes. Vas deferens, no. Vas deferens is a part of male reproductive system. Seventh one, the reproductive part of flower is, see, flower is a reproductive organ, but in flower, which is a reproductive parts? Stamen, right? Stamens and pistil. Pistil again involves the three parts. What are they? Stigma, style, ovary, right? And stamen have anthers. So anthers have pollen grains. So these pollen grains will have male germ cell. Okay, ovary will have female germ cell. Isn't it? Okay. They are asking the reproductive part of flower is sepals. No, it is for the protection. Petals. No, it is to attract insects for pollination. Anther, yes. So anther has pollen grains. Pollen grains are the one which have male germ cell. Okay, so definitely anther is a part of reproductive organ. Okay, so option C for seventh question. This is a seventh question, right? Yes. For seventh question, option C is answer. Coming to eighth question. The two oviducts in human female unite in a bag-like structure called. See, the two fallopian tubes will get connected and they get opened into a bag-like structure called uterus. Isn't it? So, where is the option mentioned? Yes, option B. So, for eighth question, option C is answer. Let's go for ninth question now. Where does fertilization occur in human females? See, again a question is repeated. Can you all decide? Cervix, vagina, uterus, oviduct. Oviduct is also called as fallopian tube. So definitely fertilization takes place in human females. Okay. 10th question, very, very important. Let me discuss some concept before the 10th question. You know what? Always ovary gets converted after fertilization. The ovary gets converted into fruit. Ovule gets converted into seed. Okay, again, seed has two structures. One is plumule and radicle. Okay, so this plumule will develop into future shoot, and radicle would get developed into root. Okay, so this is the most important thing that you have to remember in case of sexual reproduction in plants. Okay, always ovary gets converted into fruit, ovule gets converted into seed. Seed, when it grows, when it germinates, it will have two small parts. One is plumule, radicle, and cotyledons. Cotyledons is for storing food. Clear? And plumule is the one which develops into future shoot. Radicle is the one which develops into future root. Right? Okay. So now you can see this question. This is the question from 2019 question paper, board question paper. Part of flower that develops into fruit and part of seed that develops into root, they have asked. Part of flower that develops into fruit. Which one develops into fruit? Which part of the flower that develops into fruit? Definitely ovary. And part of seed that develops into root, they have asked. So which part is develops into root? Part of seed which develops into root, that is radicle. So what's your answer? Ovary and radicle. So where is ovary and radicle mentioned? It is in option C. Okay. So for 10th question, option C is the correct answer. Coming to 11th question. Among the following, select the statements that are true regarding the sexual reproduction in flowering plants. True statements you have to select. Statement 1. Fertilization is compulsory event. Yes. When in case of humans or in case of plants, fertilization is a one important step, right, in sexual reproduction. So that's a correct statement. Second statement, it always results in the formation of zygote. Yes, fertilization always leads to the formation of zygote, single cell structure. Third statement, offsprings formed are clones. No, clones are due to asexual reproduction. When one cell divides, it becomes two cells, and these are exact copies of parent. Okay, these are exact copies of parents. That's what we call clones. But here, sexual reproduction involves a few variations also, right? So it is a wrong statement. Fourth one, it requires two types of gametes. Yes, fertilization require two types of gametes. Fine. So which is a wrong statement? Option sentence 3 is a wrong statement, but they are asking the correct statements. Sentence 1 is correct, sentence 3 is correct, and sentence 4 is correct. So where is it mentioned? Yes, for the 11th question, option C is the answer. So first sentence, second sentence, and fourth sentence is correct. 12th question, the last question. Which of the functions are performed by the ovaries? So they have given some duties of ovary. Which of them is correct? They are asking. First one, formation of ovum. Ovum is what? Egg. Yes, eggs are produced in ovaries only. Secretion of progesterone. Yes, progesterone hormone is secreted in ovaries itself. Third one, secretion of estrogen. Yes, estrogen is another female hormone secreted in ovaries. All the three are correct. So what is the option you will go for? Option D. So for 12th question, you will go for option D. Clear? So these are the different questions that I collected from sexual reproduction in plants and humans. Say, I think apart from this, try to revise the contraceptive methods. Okay, we studied the different contraceptive methods like mechanical methods, surgical methods like vasectomy, tubectomy, right? And all of them also try to revise. And this is a much simple chapter. If questions asked, it can be asked directly. The only thing you must know is what are the duties or functions of various parts in female reproductive system and functions of various parts in male reproductive system. Okay, and also in case of flower, what do you mean by unisexual flower, bisexual flower, pollination, fertilization? Definitions are not important, but understanding a concept is important. And this particular concept, whatever I thought, this is the most important topic for MCQ type of questions. Okay, so with this I am completing this chapter. So let us meet up with one more chapter in my next video. Maybe I'll select sources of energy. See, all important chapters are covered. Only 3 chapters are remaining. One is sources of energy. Our environment, the last topic is there. Remaining everything is deleted. And then sustainable management of natural resources. Okay. So I will come up with these chapters in my next videos. So till then, take care, revise everything, be focused. Exams are getting near. So stay focused, stay determined, and study to the core, get maximum marks. Thank you so much.